I started in IT making $28,000 a year, starting as a network technician at a credit union, which is less than what McDonald's pays for flipping burgers now. But 5 years later, I was making over $250,000 a year, and that's more than most doctors and lawyers make. Plus that, I was working for a Fortune 100 company and I had millions of stock options also available. And I did it by breaking all the traditional rules. I didn't get a computer science or IT degree, and I didn't get a ton of certifications. In fact, I had zero when I first got that job. Instead, I followed a counterintuitive path that I haven't seen anyone else share, but it helped me 10x my salary in IT. And right now, I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you. Starting with step 1. I skipped college and got my education myself with hands-on training. Everyone told me I needed to go to college, get that MIS or computer degree, and I wanted to work in information technology. But when I first started working in IT, I saw people with $200,000 degrees making the same salary as me. And even though they had that college degree, they still got passed over for promotions that I got and pay raises that I got over these people that had degrees. You see, meanwhile, the people getting promoted like myself had one thing in common. We actually do the work. And that's when I realized spending 4 years in college, complete waste of time. You could be working on 4 years of IT projects because every year there's a new IT budget and you're working on newest and coolest technologies, which is way more than learning something about theories and concepts in a book by a professor that never stepped into an IT operations center. And you can learn how to work in tech in about just 4 to 6 months, which brings me to step number 2. Focus on what companies actually care about. 90% of companies want the same 3 things in the people they hire. If you go to any job listing, you'll see these 3 things over and over again. But only one of these things is an IT certification, because certifications are a dime a dozen, and by itself, it's just a piece of paper. Certs only prove that you could memorize questions like in high school or in college, right? Just pass a test. And it doesn't prove you can actually do the job, which is why the most important thing that companies actually care about is hands-on experience. And that's why I skipped college. And instead, I built a portfolio of IT projects. So when I walked into interviews, I can show hiring managers actual systems I built, problems I've solved, and things I've actually done. And here's exactly how I built that portfolio. First, I identified the skills that companies actually needed, whether it's that dream job I want to get or by looking at the actual job posting. I wrote each of those requirements down with pencil and paper, and then I built the hands-on lab that match that environment to build these skills that this company is looking for. And I don't just read about them. I watch videos from the manufacturers, partners. I go on YouTube. I use all the resources I can online in order to build out that lab. If you notice a ton of jobs, by the way, talking about Active Directory, you can build this Active Directory environment talking to the Cisco's cloud platform at home. And guess what? You're tinkering around with it. You're getting experience. You can break it. You can fix it. You get the idea. You're in it. And that's what I want for you, is to be in it, working on these technologies. And that's how you build true experience. Or, those jobs that require security skills, like setting up remote access for all these teleworkers, or maybe it's for vulnerability scanning, right? If you want to be, let's say, a pen tester, a cybersecurity analyst, there's all these things that you can do to build those skills, right? And then you can practice it in actual remediation or problem solving. How about another example? What if the job requires networking? Then guess what? You want to configure VLANs. You want to be able to set up different routing protocols and firewalls in that home lab environment. Then you document everything in that portfolio. You make a Loom video, walk through the actual configuration, the architecture, the design, how you've connected all the pieces together, right? Including screenshots, maybe Visio diagrams, and putting all of those scripts. And this is how you become that full stack IT professional and also a rockstar candidate and stand out from everyone else who just has paper certified credentials and that college degree on paper. So yeah, go for those important certifications, but more importantly, build out the hands-on skills that these employers are seeking, because that's what companies truly care about. Step 3, skip the help desk. Listen, everyone tells you to start at the help desk, put in years of work, and wait for your manager to notice you. And then maybe you'll get promoted and off onto the network team or the cyber team or the server team and so on. But I've seen people get stuck on the help desk 5, 7, even 10 years and really only going from like 40K to 60K to 80K and being stuck and never breaking 6 figures. You know why? Because they have an old mindset. You see, the biggest myth people believe is that you need 10 years of experience to break into an engineer field or to get promoted. And that's not true. I tell my students to skip the help desk, go straight to that intermediate role, like a network admin, a cybersecurity analyst, a junior network engineer, and so on. Because companies don't hire people based on the time they served. They hire people based on the job, what projects you've built, and what actual certifications you have, and what problems have you solved for different business needs. So if you haven't worked in IT before, you can still get hired for these roles as long as you have the right experience built and the right projects under your portfolio. Like one of my students, Jason Ramsey. He used to work as a sales account manager, had no tech experience, but within a few months after graduation, we got him his first job as a network engineer, and he didn't even have to work the help desk at all. So skip the help desk, apply for mid-level jobs because that's where all the demand is. So pay attention, because this next step is how I actually got to a 350K package and how I got into working for 2 Fortune 100 companies. Step 4 is beyond the specialist. When you do this right, there is no limit to your income. People make millions of dollars when they really master this step. Let me explain what I mean. At any point in your career, you're gonna reach a salary cap. It could be 150K a year, 250K a year, 350K a year, but sooner or later, you're gonna hit a ceiling. And there's 2 ways to move beyond those ceilings. The first way is becoming a consultant. This is what I did at first. Instead of working for one company with a fixed salary, you could work on high dollar contracts, right? 6-figure contracts where you can charge, let's say, the client anywhere from $100 to $500 an hour doing consulting work. And you can stack a few of these contracts and quickly make over 500K per year. You leverage this expertise you built as a specialist, and you can sell that premium rate to companies that need your expertise. And the second way is to start your own IT business. This could be your cybersecurity consulting firm, a systems integration business, or a managed service company. You become the boss with a team under you. And this really works best after you are a consultant first. So what I recommend is 3 to 5 years in the field before you put on this consultant hat. And then as a consultant, maybe for a couple years, then you can branch off and actually start a consulting firm. But you can start off with you as the sole consultant. And this path is the way you can break basically the 500K barrier and go for millions of dollars by starting your own business in the IT industry. I've seen people make millions like this. In fact, I knew network engineers that would take a 6-month project, make $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, and then basically go on a 6-month sabbatical, and they only work 6 to 9 months out the year. And that's kind of cool as well. I did this when I first started NGT Academy, and then we pivoted to just focus on training. But we started off as a consultancy. You see, you can make a lot of money by taking your engineering experience and then figuring out how to turn this into a business later down the road in your career. And that's why I say that IT has limitless opportunities in where you can take your career. Now, if you're still at the help desk or just starting out, follow this playbook. It's gonna save you a lot of time, money, and energy, and help you level up faster than you ever thought possible. It's not easy. It requires discipline, it requires sacrifice, and you're gonna be able to build hands-on experience on nights and weekends so you can move into your dream job, because at the end, it will be worth it. However, if you're not sure which IT career path you want to take and you don't want to be left behind with this AI revolution, then I built a free quiz that's going to tell you exactly what tech career is best for you based on your unique personality and skill sets. It just takes 3 minutes, it's customized, and it tells you exactly which skills to learn, which roles to target to get at least 100K plus as fast as possible. Tap the link in the description to get your custom career path today.